Welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. Episode 7 takes us higher and further. We rebuild the last 2 bridges. Then we rescue an SUV perched on a mountaintop. With those jobs done, every piece of infrastructure in Urska River is now repaired, setting the stage for more rescue operations and beginning to complete the main objective in Amur, which is rebuilding the rocket site. Let's roll out. Hello and welcome back into SnowRunner. We're still in Urska River, and I'm heading down to deliver 2 beams and 2 consumables to the bridge. Alright. It's actually a big chunk of XP for that. I mean, it was a long way over here. Okay, so I know we have one more bridge to build over here. I just need to go grab the mission so we can activate it. And then I'll get you caught up on what's been going on here in SnowRunner. Accept this. Start tracking. I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly the same. Yeah. Okay. So we need to get you caught up on what's been going on. So I've been having troubles with my microphone. And I think I finally figured out what it was. Now I'm having problems with my steering. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, so as I was saying, let's get caught up on what's been going on in SnowRunner. I recorded a few things that I'm not going to put on the episode. I cleared a couple of rock slides. Now, I recorded it, but the audio was just bad, and I don't want that to happen. So, I have fixed the audio, I think. Must see after I get this freaking truck moved. My goodness, stupid rock. Alright. So, to get you caught up, we had a rock slide about here that blocked the route to the quarry. And we had a rock slide up here on the highway, about right here, blocking our way this way. So, took the bandit and hauled everything we needed to unblock those rock slides. Actually, I used the bandit and I used this Dan. I'm still trying to decide if I like the Dan. I put the better tires on it from the Jack of All Trades DLC, but the frame is just so awkward and usually causes me more problems than it's worth. Okay, we're gonna head this way and try to... We're gonna get this back to the shop, and I'm gonna switch trucks. I just wanna get this truck back. You know, it also... I feel like the trailer sits a little lower on this. So maybe try to get something that sits a little bit higher and get this last load of beams delivered over here to unlock that last bridge. And I think that's our last infrastructure request that we need to complete. I think we'll have all the bridges built, all the rock slides cleared, and we'll be ready to move on to rescues, and then after that on to the main mission, the reason we're here in Amur. We'll begin that. So that's if we get by this little tiny... This is just not going to be great. I can already tell this is not going to be great. See if we can pull that trailer over enough to get up around this. Now let's see if we can pull ourselves through this royal pain. Okay. So we made it through that area. Should be all smooth sailing as long as we can, well, not flip it here. Keep her to the floor, buddy. Let's get this trailer moving. Okay, as long as we can make it up these hills, it should be a fairly easy trip back to the shop, where I think we'll figure out a different truck to use. So the long frame on this one just causes me more trouble than it's worth, and it's shorter. But I just haven't used the Dan 96320. I just wanted to give it a chance, and it might be good at something else. I used it with a flatbed to deliver a couple wooden planks with, and it was okay, but it would just get stuck in the snow in a place where like the Tayga wouldn't. So I needed to use the, gosh dang it, I had to use the Tataran to pull it out. And my whole way to that bridge delivery was on pavement, but the trailer just kept bottoming out. I know some of that's on the truck. Might sit a little bit lower or something, so I don't know. I'm just hoping I can get it back to the garage with little trouble here. Let's look to see. Yeah, I think we've passed all the major obstacles if I remember correctly, so we should have this trailer back in no time. Almost back to the shop now, and I've had no troubles with the Dan. I think the snow, rocks, and the combination of the trailer, you can see how low it sits right there. And I know there's a mod for off-road trailers, but I really just want to beat the game without mods. But who knows, I might switch it up at some point and start adding some off-road trailers. I haven't decided. That was close. Okay, let's see if we can hit this bridge just right. There we go. So yeah, I'd like to not, because I've gotten this far without using any. But I don't know. I might at some point add them. I thought adding mods might disable achievements, but I've heard that's not the case. But I don't know. I'm undecided on what I'll do. I'm on the fence about it. Okay, so got the Tayga. I'm going to head back up here. We're actually going to try to take this route I took with the Dan. I was able to do it with Dan, so I find it hard to believe that I wouldn't be able to do it with the Tayga. I'm hoping this will actually do it better. So we're going to cut off through here through a shortcut that Rebel told me about in the comment section of a different video. So I told myself when I was doing this with the Dan, I was like, this is a terrible idea. And it's probably still a terrible idea, but I just wanted to see how the Tayga would do with this trailer through here. It's definitely going better than I did with the Dan. We'll just have to see if it continues to be okay. Come on, you got this. Oh boy, talk about trying to force it. Okay, I had to reload because my winch points were bugged. Let's see if I can get them to work now. See, they're still not showing up. Okay, my winch points were bugged. We are in a terrible situation, and I about have it fixed. Just gotta get far enough to be able to winch this tree. Okay, we got it. Still having issues with my microphone, trying to figure that out. I think I have it. So I'm using a headset, obviously, that's why the sound quality isn't great. But it's a good one. It's a G733 KDA made by Logitech wireless. So it has a lot of custom settings, but I've got settings for different games where it's automatically adjusted the volume of them and I can't change it. And I was having problems with it auto adjusting volume, and I think I've just about got the issues worked out, but I would like to get a microphone soon so I have better quality in the audio. But that's a problem for another day. Today we're just trying to get this truck moving. It's doing a little better than the Dan did in this situation, but not a lot. Okay, let's get this moving. Be really excited to have that other bridge in. Be done with this. You know, I'm going to leave this trailer out here next time, just kind of on the road. And I may bring a truck with tires. Hopefully it has tires, chains on the tires, just for driving on the highway. The problem is all like the chunks of concrete. And I mean, there's rocks too, but there's these big slabs of concrete that are in the road, so we'll see. So I'm thinking about bringing a truck with chain tires to hopefully traverse a little faster on some of the hills that are icy. When I can get off to the side to get traction with the mud tires, I do, but a lot of times it's not quite where I want to be on the road, so... Okay, we are on the road again, and it won't be long at all, and we will be back to the warehouse, and we can pick up what we need, get this dang bridge in, move on to some exciting rescues. It looks like the mission I have up now, hard places to reach. We have to get a cabin, cargo container, and consumables, so get the bridge in, then we'll start doing just a few more interesting things than what we've been doing. We don't seem to be bottoming out quite as bad in this as we did with the Dan. This sets up just a little bit higher, so the trailer is not bottoming out and pulling it quite as bad. So this so far has been a good move to switch to the Tayga. Overall, it didn't take me very long to get over to the highway. My biggest problem was the winch just stopped appearing. Happens from time to time. I think sometimes it, when I have my steering wheel plugged in but I'm not using it, will mess with the settings. So I unplugged the steering wheel, reset the game, and now everything's working fine. Those beacons on. There we go. Rule 25. Rebel told me Rule 25 is if you have beacons, you must use them. So we got them on. Oh, this is night and day difference. This is so much better than what I did with the Dan. I haven't decided if I'm going to add any of that footage from before into the video, so we'll see. See how much the sound quality is off. I just had my voice volume at 70 and normally I run it at 90. Okay, so we need 2 service spare parts, and then we need to go over here to get some beams. Let's get that mission up just to make sure we get the right thing. 2 service spare parts and 2 beams. Okay, we have full load of everything we need to build the last bridge that I know of in Urska River. I think we have pretty much the whole map uncovered, right? I mean, everything's uncovered for the most part, so yeah. This is the last bridge in Urska River. The last infrastructure request. Okay. Oh, don't jackknife. Don't you do it. We got control. We got control. We saved it. We got control. Went down that hill a little too fast. Okay, well, so far this is going pretty dang well. We just have a trip to get up there. It's not a short drive. Got a couple steep icy spots with some rocks. But this is already handling way better than Dan handled earlier. See if we can stay over here. Come on! There's no way that would do that much damage. Okay, we just need to stay to the right. To go. I feel like sometimes I get damage rage in this game. where I take massive amounts of damage from just something I feel like shouldn't cause massive amounts of damage. Already frustrated. But this is pulling way better with the Tayga. I made one right decision tonight. It's to switch trucks and not struggle, so. We will mess with the Dan on a different map. I might move that over to the Dawn map. So when I'm playing by myself and I'm not recording, I've decided to work on the next DLC, the Dawn. It's another Russian map. So I'm using some of the Russian trucks I don't use here on that map system. So I might move the Dan over there and try that. There we go. Finally. I don't know what decided to change, but we got just enough momentum to get off that rock. See how we take this hill. This was a pretty slow hill with the Dawn earlier. Once I get up here, I can get in the snow, get a little bit more traction. It never auto winches to what I wanted to. There we go. I think this is the launch site, or I'm sure it has something to do with the rocket we need to launch. Maybe some time before we're there. I think last I checked we were 13 or 14%, right? So this may get us another percent. There's just more of such a huge area. This map is huge, and I assume the other maps are big. What did it say? 103 missions? So many. So many. Okay, so we are up here. Should have went in the other way there. Let's see if I can get it wide enough to get the trailer turn here. Yeah, we made it. We made it anyway. Get some more fuel while we're here on nice even ground. Got her filled back up. Now we just got a couple more hills to climb up. We got to get up around this mountain and this last bridge done. I'm so excited. Come on, you can do it. I know I took that turn too freaking short. Alright, let's see if I can get this wide enough to get out this time. Sometimes I just get in a hurry and cause myself all kinds of problems. Unless I really only play SnowRunner once a week. I really only get to play games 2 or 3 times a week. The rest of the time I spend editing. Getting a little faster at that, so should open up some more time for me in the future. But right now, kind of slow and life is really busy. Kids at football. My grandma's requiring some extra care. Work is busy. So, got a busy life. Life has to come first. So I don't get a whole lot of time to record right now. Alright. This is going well now, so I think it'll be too long and we'll be over there. Probably a couple of minutes. So right up here is where one of the landslides was at that I took out earlier. Right between the two. Well, pretty much right where the Bandit is. I brought the Bandit up, had everything we needed to repair it, and then I just kind of left it there in case I need it. We're here for something. And the other one was out in the wilderness on a, well, it was in episode 2, I think. We delivered some consumables we had brought, not consumables, but spare service parts, and we still needed the wooden planks, so I brought those up with the dawn, and I opened that up. There's a forest road up to the quarry. So those are the 2 landslides that I got done. And then the bridge that we caught the beginning of here, or the tail end of in this video. And now the second bridge. I would say that Tayga is at least 75% better at this job than the Dan was. Not ready to completely give up on the Dan, but it's not in the same class as the Tayga. So if you're still watching and you use the Dan, what are your opinions of it? The Dan 96320, do you use it much? Am I misusing it? Was I expecting too much out of it? What do you use it for? Or does it just sit in your garage collecting dust? I know a lot of you guys use modded trucks, but anybody out there that plays the game vanilla without mods, do you have any use for the Dan? Is Dan useful to anybody? He did a good job getting the trailer back to the garage though. Just really struggled in the snow. We are almost there. Look at that view. Look at that view. It's an amazing view. Okay. Here we go. Complete that. And complete that. Finally. What are we on? Episode 7, I think? Episode 7, we finally have all the infrastructure done. What a good feeling. Okay. So... back there. We have the fuel station, the Cosmodrome. Must be the next map area, or maybe it's the Northern Aegis installation. I don't know what's next, but really happy with that. We'll go find a place to turn around up here and turn the trailer around. Rocks, we need a plow. We need a plow. Leave this right here for now. Let's go ahead and stop the engine and let's see what we're gonna do. So we have this cargo container, consumables, and cabin to pick up over here. And I think all those things come over to here. Let's see. Stuck SUV. That's something we could possibly do. Be able to come to like here. Maybe climb the mountain this way. Big maybe. The big maybe. It's pretty steep. At the apex. We'll track that. It says scout recommended, but we're gonna try to get up there with the Tayga. We can grab that SUV and drag it down. It's way up there. Up by that tower. It's way up there. Just have to see if, you know, what we marked out is actually a path or not. Might be too steep. Maybe it's too narrow. We'll need a, maybe we really will need a scout, but I don't think this is that much, you know, wider than the Taran. The Tuz 420, I think, probably about the same width. to check it out sometime, see. But, you know, I have this truck over here, and it's not terribly far out of the way, so we'll try to get up there and get it. I'll have to keep an eye out for roads that lead off to the left here. Really snowy bank. Seeing any roads, but we are climbing the mountain this direction, so I mean, I think we'll find the path up here. I don't think this is going to be too hard. This will be fairly simple. Don't worry, we're going to get your car rescued up there, your SUV. We're going to get that rescued and brought back down to you. It's not looking nearly as far up there, the higher up this way we get. My mark is there, but I think we're going to try to go a little bit further, because I do not see a definitive path there. So we'll keep driving a little bit further and see if we find a path off to the left to get up there. Otherwise, we're going to have to blaze a trail, which that can be fun too. It's starting to look like... Okay, so we have that path. What do we want to do? Doesn't look like a ton of fun, you know it? It does not look like that much fun. I think we'll just take the path right here and see if there's something that leads us up there. I mean, I can kind of see a path right there, but I'm just hoping that that's not the best way up. We're going to look. You know, we've taken some risks and caused ourselves more time than we wanted. I mean, we should not be going this slow right here. We got this. We can do this. So we're going to try to stick on the path till Forest Service Road and see if we can find something to get up there. Get that SUV. We also don't want to start going down. I just don't think there's a path. I really don't. Let's see what happens when we cut across here. Is there room to fit between these rocks and these trees? We're just going to try to blaze a trail. We're going to cancel all those. Put that there so we know about how far we have to go. About 1/10 of a mile. Oh, come on, we can fit through there. Come on. Yes. Okay, so far so good. Let's see here. Trees are getting tighter. We either will or we won't be able to fit between these two trees right here. Roadcraft, we just push those over. Let's see if we can sneak between there. Can we sneak between there? Might be able to go off to the left. All the way off to the left here. Man, there's just so many trees. Went right there, sweet. Okay. We're gonna back up just a little bit, fit between these trees, and we can dang near see it. We're dang near there. Maybe once we get up here, we can see if there was a better way. That looks like some deep snow right there. That looks deep. maybe go down a ways there. And we're going to look off the edge of the mountain right here and see if there's a path that goes down. It feels like we're on top of a mountain. Yeah, it looks like there could be. Boy, oh boy, I don't know. Is there any way off that way? I mean, the fastest way down is to just fall down. We don't want to total out their SUV if we can help it. We don't want to total out our truck if we can help it. So I think we'll kind of just go back the way we came. Hope for the best. This thing should be like pulling nothing really. I think it'll pull pretty easy. Make it a bit light here. Oh, it's so bright it's almost blinding. Okay, so we'll just follow our tire tracks down as far as we can. Go deliver their vehicle back to them. Okay. Looks like we have a lot of wide open space here. Yes. Sure do. And we should be able to run over most of the trees, get back to the road, and we'll have this thing back in no time. Basically, in this section, or this session, we'll have knocked out 2 landslides, 2 bridges, and a vehicle recovery. So five missions. That's pretty good. It's a really productive day. So this is the 7th episode. Just about to wrap up the 7th episode. It took us 7 episodes to unlock all the infrastructure on this map. We probably could have done it faster if we didn't do some of the other stuff, but I have had fun here in Amur so far. It's been challenging. I've made my own challenges on top of the challenge that's provided. That little SUV looks so small compared to this Tayga. Woo. Could have just, if I had a crane, set it up here and pull it back. Could have just sat on the flatbed. These people, I don't know if they're going to be more happy to have their bridge in or to have their vehicle back. Because, I mean, even if they had their vehicle, they weren't going anywhere on this little thing. So today should be a good day for these people here in town. They got their bridges put back in, and someone got their vehicle recovered, so now they can leave. There you go. Alright, well that will wrap up episode 7 of the Frozen Frontier series here in Amur. We are now 15% done in Urska River, and we have the infrastructure in place. Now we have some recovery missions to do, and then we'll get on with the main missions. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. Let YouTube and myself know you enjoyed the episode. If you want to see where this series goes, or any of the other ones on the channel, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with all the releases on the channel. You can hit the notification bell and you'll get notified when I release a video. If that's something you're interested in. Very productive day in Urska River. Thanks for riding along, and I will see you on the next one.